Hello everybody. I'm trying to hold the phone in front of the sun so I can see. Hello. That just looks wrong. Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night and our sacred pipe ceremony. We are on the Cedar River and oh, what a beautiful evening. It was kind of a little bit overcast earlier and I thought, hey, I'm not going to have to worry about staring into the setting sun. And lo and behold, there was light. Fortunately, I brought my handy dandy floppy hat. There we go. There we go. Now I can see. Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you for joining me for another sacred pipe ceremony on a beautiful Wednesday night. We're on this beautiful river. We're in kind of my secondary spot because the one where I usually am over by the train trestle has been notoriously crowded and I didn't want any extra energy onlookers while we were doing our special ceremonies. So I came over here. This is the one I go to when I really need to be alone and ground, because there's usually hardly anyone, if anybody, over here. And there was just a little bit ago in the top of that tree right there, there was an eagle earlier. And it was interesting because I specifically looked there. I'm going to actually get up and give you another view of this river. This gorgeous river where we are. How beautiful is this? So, this beautiful Cedar River. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it here so much. And like I said, this tree in front of me, there was an eagle here earlier. And I actually looked because that's where they tend to sit sometimes. And he wasn't there when I got here. I set up my little place and I looked up and he was there. And then someone had texted me for some healing. So I closed my eyes. I sent some healing. I opened my eyes and he wasn't there again. So I think the eagle went to help someone heal. And here is our little spot, this cozy little cove, little glen. Got my blanket set up there. And I think people have used this as a campsite because there's actually a place for a campfire. There's a nice cozy little cave-ish area over there. Here's my little altar. And the cool thing is that when I set sacred space and call in the spirits to hold space for us, because there is no space and time in non-ordinary reality, you are virtually going to be right here with me on this beach, on this river. So I'm really hoping the eagle comes back. Funny story, I was actually here last night and I got here and I set up my altar. I was going to do pipe ceremony. Well, I did pipe ceremony, but before I actually got to it, all of a sudden I heard eagle. A lot of times I don't notice when they arrive. So most of the time they'll kind of call out, start singing to let me know that they're there. And so they did, and I look up and there were 2 eagles up in the top of that tree. And they sat there for like 2 hours. I sat here doing ceremony, smoking with them, singing with them. They were singing, and I watched as each of them, they were doing some preening. I think it's molting season. I've noticed a lot more feathers around lately, like pigeons and everything else. And so as they were sitting up there, I saw each of them where they were preening, and each of them dropped a feather, and I saw it floating on the wind. It's coming closer and closer, and then it goes up over the trees, out into the wilderness. I was like, no, please drop one where I can get it. And so later on, one of them dropped another feather, and it's just floating, oh so gently, just floating straight down toward the river, slowly floating. So I get up, I wade out into the river to try to catch it, underestimating how strong the current is in the middle of the river. It's not a deep river right here. You could easily wade across it. It's maybe waist deep to me. I'm kind of a tall guy, but about waist deep for me. But I got out toward the middle, and I was not focused on where I was stepping. I wasn't focused on the water. I was just focused on this leaf gently falling down through the air. And so, of course, the current swept me off my feet. I fell into the river, and the current was so strong that it took me a good minute or more to actually get up on my feet. I'd kind of get half up, and I'd get knocked over again. I'd get back up, and I'd get knocked over again. Floundering around, and there were a couple of women over on the other bank who were collecting rocks or something. So I'm like, oh yeah, I look so graceful, splashing around in the water trying to get my feet under me. But then, so I missed the feather, so I lost the feather. Not that I would have kept it, just because it is illegal to have eagle feathers. Just saying that for the official records, that it is illegal to have any kind of raptor feathers. But it would have been cool to hold one. And so I lost the feather. But not only did I lose the feather, I lost one of my sandals in the middle of the river. So I came out, I didn't know it until I got back to my blanket. I looked down and I've only got one sandal on, and I'm like, oh. And I always remember, if you've seen the movie of Jason and the Argonauts, Jason is the one who went walking across. He was prophesied to come into the town having lost a sandal crossing the river. And I believe he ended up killing his father. It wasn't on purpose, by accident, but he was like prophesied to show up the man with one sandal. And then he was the one who gathered all the Argonauts to go in search of the golden fleece. And so I'm standing here on the shore of this river with one sandal, wondering if I'm supposed to start gathering people to man a ship and head out looking for the golden fleece. Don't know, not sure. Anyway, so that was a bit of adventure from yesterday. So I am gonna set you down on my little sandcastle phone holder thingy I created here. There we go. And the sun is kind of behind the trees, so I'm going to take my hat off for the moment. Welcome, everybody. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, well, it's not the first thing because I've already shown you the river and talked your ears off for a bit and told a story. The first thing I'm going to do before we do ceremony is create safe and sacred space by calling in the spirits of the elements, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land, spirits of the upper world, the lower world, and the compassionate spirits of the middle world, to hold space for us, to create an energetic container, keeping the high frequency around us so that we don't have to worry about watching our own backs or you know, being hyper vigilant what's going on, because they're kind of holding space for us. As we step between the worlds, we step into what we call in shamanism non-ordinary reality, and in that space there is no space or time. So even if you're watching this in repeat, your energy is just as vital to this ceremony as if you were sitting here right now in front of me. So, because time and space do not exist, especially in non-ordinary reality, when we create that bubble of energy, we are all in the same space at the same time. So, here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Bless us with your love and your light. Thank you. Oh. All right. So here we are between the worlds, in non-ordinary reality. I can always breathe so much easier here. So, thank you again for joining. If you're new, I will explain what we're doing here in a minute. If you're not new, thank you so much for your consistent, constant support of me and what I do. I am officially a full-time shaman. But hold on a minute here. There I am. Haha! Sorry about that. A couple of my favorite people who watch me and support me were asking if I was going to do pipe, and I'm like, I'm on right now. Now it's got me questioning, am I doing it right? Am I on live? But you guys are watching, so apparently it's working. So anyway, yeah, I kind of cut some strings of some other things. I don't rap. I don't even try. But it's amazing. When you cut those threads, cut those cords to things that you think you need for support, that you're kind of feeling dependent on, at the same time you can feel them kind of taking your power. It's like giving your power away to something else. When you take your power back from that, as freaky and scary as it might feel, by doing that, you're opening the space for something better and bigger to come in. And I swear, since I made that decision just 2 or 3 weeks ago, I am exhausted from all the business I've been getting, all the people coming, all the clients coming for readings, all the people requesting classes. It's just been crazy. So if there's anything that you're still holding on to, that you feel that kind of dependency on, like, well, I don't know if I can make it without this. You know, I'm not saying to cut all ties, you know, work within your comfort zone and maybe push a little beyond that comfort zone. I'm not saying to just totally turn your life 180 degrees or anything like that, unless that feels like the right thing to do. But, look for those little things where you hold on to them because you think you need them. You think you need the support of them. But if you look at it honestly, if you look at it from your heart, you feel it from your heart, if it doesn't feel empowering, then you're most likely better without it. And that space that you fill up with that dependency once you let go of that and open that space up, your own power rises to fill it. And I mean, I'm a living example. It's been amazing. So take a chance, just start looking at the things in your life. I remember years and years ago, I used to have a huge record collection, like vinyl. In fact, I had enough records that I literally had my own radio show in college. I was a DJ, and it was an alternative rock station. The college station was an alternative rock station, but we had such a variety of students that they wanted a variety of music. And so at the time, I was big into country music. I wore a cowboy hat, boots, the whole shebang. Thought I was an urban cowboy, and I love country music, and I had all these country albums. I had enough albums to support a weekly country music radio show. And I mean, without, playing the same show week after week after week. I had that many albums. And over the years, I slowly started, once I stopped DJing, I was slowly kind of culling the herd, giving away albums, holding on to the ones that I really, really liked. And then one day, I had just a few records left, and I was like, I have not listened to those in years. I haven't listened to the records in years. And so I'm like, but what do I do? What if I want to play them? What if I want to? It's like, no. And so with my next trip to Half Price Books, I had a box of books and some albums I took, and I actually let go of all my albums. And for some reason, I held on to my turntable just in case. You never know when I might find some gem of a vinyl record at Half Price Books or someplace else. And then it was like, no, I don't have any albums. Why am I holding onto this record player? And I had to sit there. It was really strange. It was like, oh my God, but who will I be if I don't have a record player? Who will I be if I don't have the means to play a record? And it was like, ooh, who would I be? Oh, if I didn't have a record player, think of how much more free I would be. I'd have that space, literal physical space in my bedroom. I'd be able to search other ways of bringing music into my life. Blah, blah, blah. And I gave it to the secondhand store. And it was just the most freeing feeling. Not the most freeing feeling, but like I got rid of it, and it was just like, oh, wow. I didn't realize I'd been holding on, that I'd been that attached to it, that there was a part of my identity that was wrapped up in owning a record player. And when I got rid of it, there was like kind of a little bit of like, oh my God, who am I without it? Because my identity was wrapped up in that. because I had my own radio show. I had been a DJ. I was kind of like the go-to person in college for country music stuff. And it was like, who am I if I'm not this cowboy? If I don't have a record player, it was just like, oh, this is who I am. I am so much more than that. And that space that was used up by this outdated story of who I was got filled in with a bigger presence, feeling more and more of my power, my authenticity, and then the internet came along, and lo and behold, YouTube and Spotify and all these other things. It's like there are so many more resources for music, more, I was going to say nomadic, but like flexible as far as being able to bring it along with you, play it in more places, and that kind of thing. So it's like, don't let who you were, don't let the attachment to the story of who you were, don't let the attachment to old objects and belongings, or even to old feelings and beliefs, hold you back from expanding into who you're meant to be, So that's weird. I had no idea I was going to talk about that, but there you go. All right, so how about let's do a ceremony? All right, so if you're new here, if you've never been to a pipe ceremony, or you've never been to my pipe ceremony, because everybody's ceremony is different, and so I will kind of talk about it. This is, if you've never been to a pipe ceremony, this is the sacred pipe. It's the pipe. 19 generations ago, White Buffalo Calf Woman appeared to the Lakota people and brought the pipe. And along with the pipe, she brought a total of 7 ceremonies, with which the pipe would be the kind of the central part of it, including the Vision Quest, the Sun Dance, the Sweat Lodge, all these different things. And so she brought this to the people and explained how this is the masculine aspect, this is the feminine, and so when we put it together, it's all of creation. It's the masculine and feminine, the light and the dark, the smooth and the hard, all of that, all those kind of seeming dualities brought together. And so what it does is opens a channel straight to Creator. As soon as I put the pipe together, until I take it apart again, is one giant prayer. And so, the masculine, it's interesting because, so the stem is the divine masculine. It's made out of wood, so it's like the roots, it's like the growth, the temporary, the wood changes, it grows, it dies, it's reborn. So this is like the cycle, that masculine, the cycle, like the cycle of the sun through the year. And this is the divine feminine, the holder of life, the holder of the spark of life, the womb. And it is red to reflect not only the skin of the Lakota people, who White Buffalo Calf Woman brought the pipe to, but also the red of the blood of all nations. And so Hollywood took it and started calling it the peace pipe, and there's some truth to that, because White Buffalo Calf Woman brought it as a uniting force. It was like, you'll hear me pray, it's like blessing White Buffalo Calf Woman, the bringer of good relations to the people. At the time she brought it, there was a group of tribes along with the Lakota camping out together, and there was drought, there was starvation, the game was scarce, people were fighting, inner circles were fighting, there was not harmony at all. And so she brought the pipe to unite the people. And so it's been used in all of the, well, I don't know about all absolutely, but in many of the treaties between the European, the white men, and the natives, the indigenous people, because it's believed that when, like I said, when you put the pipe together, it opens a channel straight to the divine. And so when the pipe is put together, it's believed that you can't lie, or if you do it under false pretenses, then you are basically creating karma. The best example is Custer, who smoked with the people, promising certain things, and then you know what happened. So it was like, smoked the pipe with the people, but with a closed heart, without not speaking truth, not intending to do what he promised, etc. And so when we put the pipe together, it's good to monitor your thoughts, try to think your best, biggest thoughts, dream your best, biggest dreams, pray your best, biggest prayers, and always pray in gratitude, thanking the universe, thanking Great Spirit for those things that you want, because if you want them, if you have a desire, a longing within you for something, that is proof that it exists. And so you can thank the universe for that gift, knowing that you will achieve it, that it will come, it has to. And so it's like a show of faith. Thank you for my good health, my abundant wealth, whatever it is, my courage, my strength, protection, whatever it is. Know that it is yours. You know, ask and you shall receive. And when you ask, knowing that you are a facet of the divine, you are, in your essence, you are divine light and love. You are not just connected to spirit, you are spirit, you are divine. And what you decree, the universe follows through. So know that whatever it is you desire, that longing, that passion for something is a gift from Creator to guide you. That's your compass. Always move toward those passions, toward those desires, toward those things that light you up. Like, I've been doing readings all day today, and hummingbird has come up a number of times. And hummingbird is about hummingbird medicine. In fact, I got to visit a friend of mine I haven't seen in like a year or more since the pandemic started. I got to sit out on her porch in the woods talking this morning, and the hummingbirds just buzzing around. It was amazing. And hummingbird seeks out those sweet spots in life. Hummingbird doesn't pay attention to anything that it doesn't resonate with. It literally drinks, eats the nectar of flowers. That's how it survives. And so it looks for the sweet spots, and that is what draws him. And so let yourself be drawn to those sweet spots in life. Look for those things that fill you, that energize you, that lift you. That is your compass. So, and the universe wants you to succeed. You're here, you're not here to toil, you're not here to suffer, you're here to experience the world, to experience life. You're here to be happy, to feel joy. You're not meant to just suffer and die. So, anyway, so with the what you can expect if you're new, the ceremony, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to light some sage and smudge all the things here on my little altar, and including the pipe. And then I'm going to say a prayer, ask permission to smoke, join the pipe, and then I'm going to put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl, and you will hear the prayers that go along with each pinch. And then White Buffalo Calf Woman, who I mentioned earlier, she has been a major spirit guide of mine for like almost 15 years now. And she gave me a song that she requested that I sing before each ceremony that I lead. And so at that time, once I put the 4 pinches in, I will sing that song. And then I will light the pipe, and then I will blow a breath blessing in each of the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, to all my relations, Creator, and then I will say a silent prayer with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart. Then I will come back, I will relight the pipe if need be, and then my first big puff of smoke I will blow straight at my camera, and that is a blessing coming from my heart through the smoke, through the camera, through the holographic universe and the magic of the internet, boom, right to your heart. And then I will continue to smoke, to blow smoke prayers and blessings intermittently, with sitting silently in meditation. And we'll keep doing that until I feel like we're complete. And during that time, you are invited to do whatever it is that connects you to spirit, whether it's dancing, chanting, meditating, praying, whatever it is, especially since we're in non-ordinary reality in the same space, but still far-flung. Whatever you do, it's not going to disturb anyone. And the main point, the main reason that I started this thing over a year ago was to give people that safe and sacred space in order to personally connect to spirit at least once a week. So that was my intention. That is what you are invited to do, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat. Okay? Anything else I need to say? Oh, and then when I am done, I will say another prayer. I will sing another song, and I will take the pipe apart, and then we'll talk for a little bit more. I never know what I'm going to say, but they do. And I'll talk for a little bit, and then we'll close the circle. I'll release the directions and the spirits who've been watching our backs and our fronts and our sides and our tops and our bottoms for us during this time. So I think that is it. All right. So, and again, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to this every week, and I appreciate every one of you for watching, for supporting me. This is a blessing to me as well. So I hope you feel the love with which I do this. This is one of the most sacred spaces I know of, one of the most sacred ceremonies I know about. And it's my deepest honor to be able to share it with you. So, may you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Need more smoke. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. There we go. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, I send a voice. I ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All my guides and guardians, watch over me as I smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shonadisi, Majikiwas, and Waboose. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, The crawlers and the swimmers, all my relations, come smoke with me. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors. May all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okene bayama, okene bayama, okene bayama, okene. Yo. Okene bayama, okene bayama, okene bayama, okene. Yo. Okene bayama, okene bayama, okene bayama, okene. Yo. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, I send a voice. I thank you for our lives. I thank you for our paths. Thank you for your love, your support, your guidance. Thank you for uncovering us from all that's been placed upon us in this life, in past lives, for the beautiful jewels, the beautiful stars that we are at our core. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this amazing world, these amazing people, this amazing human race, all the spirits and creatures and all living things that share this world with us. Aho. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi, ihi, ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi. Aho. I always get done and I'm just buzzing. I hope you can feel some of that peace, that vibrancy. I had in one of my readings today, one of the readings I did for someone, I'm not going to talk about the person or the guidance that they were given or anything like that, but it was one of the ones that Hummingbird came up, and Hummingbird was in the south, which is fire, which is action and passion, and Hummingbird brings this freedom of being able to move in any direction. And another thing that Hummingbird brings, I did a fairy doctoring the other night, and Hummingbird came in as the power animal to help with the integration. Oh, I suppose I should mention fairy doctoring. Probably don't know. So one of the things I do is soul retrieval, where I have guides that specifically help me to go find parts of a person's psyche that, you know, split off in dissociation because of trauma, bringing those soul parts back so that the person can be more whole. Sometimes when those parts split off, or sometimes actually by agreement, the fairies will take a soul part into their realm, because their job is to balance the energies between our world and their world. And so sometimes they will borrow a soul part from someone, take it into their world, and actually nurture that soul part, that part of that person, and grow them, teach them, etc., etc. And so I have specific a fairy co-walker, and a fairy, basically she's my liaison for the fairy world, that I go to her and I ask if there is a part for this person that has been taken to the fairy realm, and she brings it back, and I can return it to the person. There's a little bit more to it, but that's beyond the point of my story. So Hummingbird came back to help integrate this fairy part of a person's spirit. And she told me something that had never occurred to me, that I'd never heard associated with hummingbird before. And that is time travel. Being able, you think about hummingbird beating her wings so fast, she can slip in and out of dimensions. She can zip here and there. To us, it looks like she's zipping like, you know, a million miles an hour. To her, she's there. Her time flows differently for hummingbird. And so she can bend time. She can do more in a space of time than you might think is allotted. And what was really cool about this reading this morning, hummingbird showed up in the south, and she was upright. And I swear, if you've ever had a reading with me, I do a 5-card spread. It's basically a medicine wheel, all 4 directions and center. And so the card that was in the north, when I laid the cards out, I swear that card was reversed. And so I'm going around the circle, and I get to the north, and the card is upright. I know when I laid it down that card was reversed. So this person utilized that magic of hummingbird, and right then and there shifted timelines. And that card was upright for the reading, and the card was horse, which is about expansion, is about power. And I was talking to her about horses and how amazing they are. And, you know, getting back to the way I feel after ceremony, every time I do, well, not maybe every time, but especially when I'm doing this with you, and for that I am so grateful for your presence, for your energy. But it's like this vibrant presence, this power, it's this feeling of empowerment, and yet there's this gentle ease to it. It's powerful but gentle, and at the same time wild, if that makes sense. But that is kind of the energy I feel when I get done with ceremony with you guys. I hope that you can feel a fraction of that, just this presence, being fully present in your body, feeling that power of spirit moving through you. And yet there's this ease, there's this gentleness. It's not this having to bounce off the walls, or, you know, like you're on caffeine or adrenaline or something. It's this quiet strength, this quiet knowingness, this quiet presence of being in your power, of being present, of not having to prove yourself, not having to earn your way, knowing that you belong here, right now. You are in the right place at the right time. So that is how I feel, and I had to share that because that has never happened in a reading before. It was miraculous. It was amazing. I'm like, and she noticed it too, because I'm like, wasn't this card reversed before? And she's like, she's like, I was looking at all of them, and for some reason that one card would not come into focus. And I think it was because it was reversed, so she couldn't really read it or see it. And then all of a sudden, when I got to it, it was horse, and she saw it clearly. So know that miracles happen. Know that you have the ability, without doing anything but changing your mind, changing timelines, changing dimensions, moving from, like I've said before, moving from a hostile universe to a friendly universe, knowing that everything is in harmony, everything is happening on purpose, with a purpose, that the universe is on your side, supporting you, helping you to get exactly where you need to be. So, hummingbird and horse, those are your power animals for tonight. Be that expansive power. And You know, and horse runs. Horse has to run or she gets sick. She was born to run. I'll try not to sing. But she was born to run. That's what she does. So it's not like that forced or that like having to burn energy from, you know, the adrenaline or caffeine or whatever excitement. Is just, that's what she does. Just like the hummingbird, when she's zipping around, to her, it's just this gentle, smooth unfolding of time in her eyes. The same with horse. When horse runs, it's what horse does. Horse is totally present in the moment as she runs. It's not getting from one place to the other. It's the actual running. Again, that cliche about it's not the destination, it's the journey. So find your passions, connect to those desires, those longings, and run. Be your purpose. Be who you came here to be. You know, you are meant for greatness. You are meant to shine. And it is time for all of us to shine. And I know not everybody can do that. Not everybody's in a place where they can do that safely. But to whatever extent you can, be the light that you are. Shed, like snakes, shed that old skin, that old story off of you, and step into your present, into your future as you outgrow the old. And the world will change around you to reflect that inner self. Love yourself. Know that you deserve happiness, that you deserve love, that not only do you deserve love, it's not even actually that you deserve love, because you don't have to earn it. It's your birthright. It's who you are. It's not something you attain. All right? So, I guess that's our talk for tonight. Wow. Again, I thank you so much for joining me. This is always an amazing experience, and I am so grateful to be able to share this with you. So grateful that you choose to share this time with me. That means a lot to me. And so, like I said earlier, this is my full-time job now. I'm a full-time shaman. How cool is that? So it is my job, my duty, my joy, and my honor to empower you. So please check out my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. If there's anything like readings, soul retrieval, the fairy doctoring, I've got all that information up on my website where you can read it, see if anything resonates. Seek me out. I would love to help you, to empower you to find your own path. And what else? Oh, and if you are interested at all interested in shamanism at all, if you're interested in all the stuff I talk about week after week, Friday, July 30th from 2 to 5, I'm going to be teaching my Introduction to Shamanic Journey class. And so if you're interested in shamanism, if you're curious about shamanism, if you're feeling called to shamanism, you know, not everyone is called to be a shaman, but everyone can walk a shamanic path. The techniques are there for everybody. No matter who you are, no matter what your heritage, shamanism is at the root of all cultures. Every spiritual practice comes from shamanism. Shamanism is the oldest known spiritual practice, and it's global in every culture around the world. So it is your birthright. It's literally in your DNA. It's literally in your blood. And so I will teach, I talk about the history of shamanism, what shamanism is, how it pertains to the modern world. And then the second part of the class, I actually teach you the technique of shamanic journey, where you can directly connect to your spirit guides and get direct revelation without having to go through a middleman. You can connect with your guides, you can talk with them, hear them, and that it's basically the same class I took. It was the first thing I did after my divorce many, many years ago, and it was the turning point. It changed everything. And if you do take it, there's a couple options afterwards. I do one-on-one mentoring for people to help further them on their shamanic path. I also am going to be beginning another year-long course called Deepening the Journey, where every month we meet on Zoom so far, but each month covering a different aspect of shamanism, a different journey. I heard someone one time say that once you know how to journey, everything else, every other shamanic workshop or class is just learning what to ask. And so over the course of that year, I will give you the questions to ask, prompt you on new things to explore, new things that you can do, things that you wouldn't possibly think of on your own. So it's really, I've been doing it for 3 or 4 years now. Actually, I think this is the 5th year. And every year it gets better and better. So feel free to sign up for my class. It's a 3-hour class, and then we can go from there. If you want to continue on, I've got a number of options for that, and that is my shameless plug for the evening. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining me. A shaman's job is to support the community who supports him or her. And I do feel that support every week when we get together like this. And so I thank you. It's amazing. So with that, I think it is time to release the spirits who have been holding space for us so beautifully. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. All right, my friends, thank you again so much for joining me. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was meaningful for you. Let me know how I can support you in your growth as you support me. We'll do this together. We're all in this together. We're building a new world, a beautiful world, a world of love and honor, and we're with each other every step of the way. So thank you. I've been mentioning every week that I'm kind of feeling like my original intention for this weekly ceremony has kind of come to a completion. I originally started this when the pandemic started as a way to give people that space in the middle of their week to kind of connect spirit. and it's feeling like it's coming to completion. So I'm going to continue this through the end of the month, and I'm going to journey on it, journey to my guides to see what comes next. I'm going to continue this in one form or another. It may not be every single week, because with, like I mentioned, the greater call for me to do other work, I need to open my schedule a little bit, and so we'll see how that looks. But I will be weekly at least through July, and then we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, and I will share this to my Facebook page. I will also upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So I've got over a year's worth of these ceremonies up there. If you feel the need, pick one and watch it. You'll be amazed at how the message and how whichever one you pick will be perfect for what you're going through. So there's a resource there. Feel free to watch this again. If you need another pick-me-up, if you need more space further on in your week. And other than that, again, thank you. And feel free to share this video, invite your friends next time. And until I see you again, remember that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we meet again, go shining. All right? Bye.